Los Ratones starting the day with a 2-0, and that was a O because as soon as Velja locked in that Viego, you know he's up to something. So let's understand how they cooked from Champion Select until this one. Expectations from draft towards realization from draft. What do we have to say about this?
Now, look, my understanding is that, and I think this is what was going through the heads of Los Ratones, is that going into this game, the first third of the game is going to be hard because it's hard for these champions to play against whatever light side threw at them. But once you get through that, once you get your first 2 items completed, that's when you start to truly shine. And that is exactly what happened to Los Ratones, because if you look at this gold graph, never ever in this game did light side have any significant or almost any gold lead at all, despite the game being so heavy in fights during the early game and despite light side taking some very important kills and objectives.
Light side looked pretty good at the beginning of this game for sure. I liked what they threw towards Los Ratones. If you just sit back and let Los Ratones do what they want to do, then it seems like this is a team that has enough experience to run you around the map and just beat you down that way. And the fact that light side decided to bring up some aggression back into the face of Los Ratones, it worked early, right? Harbo especially was doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And even in the good fights that light side were able to find, Los Ratones was still able to find some good things. And when you have Velja playing his Viego as well, there's an extra layer of danger there. And he was so strong. He was so strong in these skirmishes, in these fights. And it was looking cool for maybe 10-ish minutes, and we were like, yeah, this is all right. This right here, this is a great example. The first grub fight. It was just always Los Ratones who had the first move. They had the first ability to make it happen. And you can see right from the get-go, when you lose your jungler, not even level 6, mind you, which Wukong really needs to be, it's going to be tough. But they still fought back, right? Lightside still fought back, and Harbo was looking pretty sexy at a certain point as well. Just unfortunate for them, when you got a reset champion on the other side of things. If you're not demolishing a fight, then it's gonna look tough.
If I may, on this specific fight, we don't get to see it on the screen itself. And I was looking at the game, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I really want a replay of this because I think I got a grasp of something that nobody expected. So Baus is level 5, and he ignores the fight to go mid in order to get level 6 and ulti rise away from the fight, because Arbo only joined the fight at the end of it. He took a long time, because if he was there sooner, things would be different. But this guy goes into the mid lane, gets level 6 instantly, and you see Rise just woo across the map. This is not teleports. It takes even longer to use the teleport nowadays. So this is something interesting. There we go. Baus actually had the idea of, okay, I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be more useful by getting level 6 and removing. So it looks like the Los Ratones synergy is just working non-stop. They know what they have to do, and they insta-click. And that's that synergy we were talking about, Solari, because even though they have a lot of experience, the friendship is also there. I'm not saying part of friendship. I'm not a fairy tale guy. I'm just saying it's mostly it insta-clicks, correct?
Yeah. Like I was saying behind the scenes, what vibes that I'm getting from Los Ratones is that this is the team that consists of 5 chill friends who are playing League of Legends together, like it was in League of Legends professional scene back in the days. If you remember Unicorns of Love, for example, that's literally the case. But on top of being 5 friends, these are also 5 guys who play incredibly well, both on their individual level and later on as a team. Because what Velja was doing, for example, in this game was he had so much more room to shine compared to game number 1, and he was carrying the majority of the early game on his shoulders. And later on, Crowny steps in, who already had time to shine in game number 1, but in this game, he was just so clean. Every single time you see him on the screen, you can't take your eyes away from him, because he knows when to position, how to position, when to actually engage in the fight, and he gets out of the fight pretty much untouched because he knows what to do with his Ezreal.
I like it. And this is from Los Ratones, but on the point of view from LLS, I think they have a really powerful team. They're going to be ending up the day versus Bulldogs. And obviously, as soon as we can, we will talk about that. But to talk about the team itself, RustySniper is waiting for us. Hello, individual. That smile is tainted, isn't it?
I can't help myself. Whenever I see you on the screen, it just automatically comes on.
Hey, tell me something. LLS. It's looking cool. It's looking good. Obviously, Los Ratones. We're not gonna talk about this, but it's looking good. What if you could describe LLS as a friend? How would you describe LLS to me?
As a friend,
As a friend, I'm like, hey, who's that guy?
I was like, oh, that's just an annoying guy. You know, like don't focus on him too much. Just let him watch from a distance.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
I see. Is that it?
Yeah. It was just. I guess. Like. I don't know.
So
Gotta put me on the
tell
spot
me-
here.
yeah, I want to know more about your team because you're always vocal about the team, and now you're gonna beat up everyone. So you start on the left
Yeah,
foot.
that's true.
You have to fight versus bulldogs towards the end of the day. You're gonna wrap up the transmission, okay? It's all new, no pressure at all. What can you
Right.
expect on that game?
I'll step it up. All right. I'll take things into my own hands. I'll show them what I'm made of. I'll teach them a few things about RustySniper. All right. That's all you need to know.
But are you resty though?
A bit. I mean, yes and no at the same time. I think I played well, but not good enough. I think my macro could have been much better, especially early on, like that void grubs and the objectives following that. Like I think that's where they like shine, is when they move around the map. Like before that, we were even having like doing completely fine in terms of like laning phase and keeping up and stuff like that.
Okay. Curious to see what happens, and maybe I'll get to talk to you later on in the show and see if you did provide with the sniping or not.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll see. Okay. Hey, good to see you. Come on, man. I gotta see
Good
more
to be
versus
back.
Sniper, man. You got it.
Of course, of course. Like I'll step it up, don't worry. You know how I said last interview or something,
Yeah.
like after the gym, I looked myself in the mirror and I said, if they're not stronger than me IRL, they're not better than me in game. But you know, after finishing my bench set, looking myself in the mirror, I was like, damn, like Velja might be stronger than me. You know, I think that's where the loss came from. That second of doubt, you know. So I think it's just go harder in the gym, and next time we'll get our revenge.
Hey, I enjoy this. I like this. So we're stepping up. So for the
Yeah.
revenge of RustySniper versus Velja. Okay, I like
course.
it. Man, always a pleasure to talk to you. You know that.
Yes,
and
sir.
go hit gym. Eat protein.
Pleasure
Come
being
on.
here. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for rooting. See you later.
See you later, man. I'll see you soon. Jim, he knows. I was 1 second away from moving on, and you got me. Okay, and he understands that Los Ratones' strength usually it's showing that rotation, objectives, knowing where to be. It's interesting. Foxtrot, you know what? I'm gonna ask you something as soon as I talk with Velja because he's waiting for us. So I want to meet him. Hey, pleasure to meet you. I know you're the serious guy, so pleasure to see you here at the show. That was a massive pull from Diego, man. Congratulations, 2-0. How do you feel about the day?
Hello guys, hope you're doing great. Well, the game was really good in my opinion. First game was also really good. But finally I get to play something that is like more damage dealt champion, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. We had a long day, we had some warm-ups, and then we were waiting for officials, and everything ended up really good, I can say.
Rotation and objective wise, your team was looking clean. I know it was something you worked a lot. By the way, keep up the content on your YouTube because I get to see all perspectives at once, and easiest sub of my life, by the way. So it looks like it's evolving really fast as well. Don't you feel that as a team?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, as I said like many times, you know, I think I'm really blessed with this opportunity. Since when you see like who am I playing with, you know, I'm just enjoying this time for the first time in my life. I'm actually down to play tanks. Hopefully not as much, but yeah, like, rotations, everything. We're like doing it everything on stream. We're improving, and yeah, it's looking really promising. You know, it's like I'm really happy about it.
Damn, it looks clean. So final question for you so I can let you rest. That was a heavy day. If you could look into yourself and you had to describe yourself as a champion in game, what champion would it be?
That's a good question. well, I kind of enjoy gyms. I would say Mundo.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's kind of all I do besides league. Literally league and a bit of gym and again league, and that's about it. So
Hey, I'm even happier to get to know you because I'm a gym guy as well. I'm a personal trainer, by the way, so I love
Oh,
this.
nice.
RustySniper was talking about gym, and he was like, "Man, if I'm heavier on the gym, I can win everybody." But apparently, Velja is stronger. Do you think a workout between you and RustySniper, like one of those videos, just working out non-stop, see who benches more? How do you think?
Why
about
not?
that? What do you think?
I
See-
think if you bring like more of like a sports in esports, I think it will be good. Like it helps you mentally a lot, and it's really good to be active, you know. Because right now I'm not active. Like for the past year, I'm not like going to the gym, and I'm really sad about it. But I was focusing on league, and now since everything is like, let's say, perfect, now I can go back to the gym, right? Since you know my league life is going really good right now.
Now we're talking. Now I'm getting hyped. Okay, I need to see those. You should record some vlogs on the gym and help people understand how to do gym. By the way, so if you get that exposure, maybe.
I'm planning to do it in future for sure.
Like now
gym
we're talking.
streams, etc.
Velja, thank you so much for this interview. Go rest. Congratulations on the 2-0, and I'll see you soon. Go gym, man. Go gym. Now we have to go gym.
This, bro. Thank you so much, and see you guys later. Bye bye.
See, this is gym, Fox. You know now. You know gym.
Ah, that's gym.
Gym
Yeah.
is good for
That's the
mental.
same.
That's you lift heavy things. We booga booga, and there you go. That's all you need.
Sometimes you cry afterwards, but it's okay. It's
Actually,
part of
yeah.
the process.
We don't talk about those days.
No.
So, Verdant versus NORD.
That's our next matchup. Yeah.
Damn,
let's
like a
let's
question.
look forward to the future. Yeah, let's do it. So we've seen both these two teams today. Verdant pulled out the victory earlier on, and they even had a sub in the top lane. So it was quite a surprising win for them, I would say. I mean, even Ronaldo was surprised that they won. Papitero is back though for this game.
Yeah.
He's going to be back, right? So that their actual top lane is back. But it's going to be tough up against NORD, you know, especially in the top side. I know, Solari, that you have a certain interest for NORD's top lane, and I think that matchup is definitely going to be one to watch.
Can
I
you
promise-
enlighten us?
Yeah, I can, because I promised Archer to explain, because behind the scenes, I was calling Vizichachi a donkey, which is not a disrespectful thing in any shape or form, because his nickname doesn't make any sense, because Vizichachi in Hungarian means a water donkey, which is an animal that doesn't exist, but that's where it comes from.
To be fair, if you say it the way you said it, you could be, oh, water donkey. and there you go.
What?
In British English, that just sounds like
You just
like,
ruined
it all works out there.
everything! You and your British!
I think you should embrace it, mate. I think you should embrace it. That's all I'm saying.
Embrace the British? Huh. Sounds suspicious.
Can we
Something to
take
think
us to
about.
Champion Select? Because I think we're done. I think we're done right now. Okay, on a more serious note, I think we just blocked on this image, by the way. But no, on a more serious note, NORD obviously looking for blood. I know Verdant got a win, but everybody was looking into Los Ratones versus NORD, like a really expected matchup. And now they're like, this is not the style we want to. We need to lock in, and we need to take down Verdant. So, with your mindset and all you know about these teams, what can we say? Hey, we actually got into Champion Select production. I love you. I love you. Because I couldn't keep a straight face after that.
I wish we stayed there for a little bit longer. I wanted to ask you which team's eyebrow game is going to be stronger in this game.
It's hard to beat Verdant still.
Sorry, Portugal.
It's hard to beat Verdant.
Makes
yeah.
sense.
So, guys, do you think this is dramatic for me to say this is a must-win game for NORD?
No, that
No,
makes
it's
total
not
sense.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's day one, so saying something like that is a bit extreme, but with
Yeah.
the expectations coming through with these guys, like going 0-2 in your first day is unacceptable, really. I mean, losing to Los Ratones is fine,
Yeah.
right? Like they're a tough team, like it's okay, but this one right here is certainly the expectations would be that NORD should be able to take this. The amount of experience that these guys have, it would be criminal if they started off with such a bad foot right here. But either way, we're gonna get straight on into Champ Select, and that is an Aurora lock as well. First pick here for Verdant.
Haven't seen her for quite some time, to be honest. We've seen a lot of Aurora back in the Summer EMEA Masters when she was on the peak, and then she kind of, disappeared a little bit from my... Okay, no, there were also worlds in between. Gosh, that was a long time ago. But either way, it's our first Aurora in this split, in this year even. And it's rather exciting to me because, first of all, this is the first game of Puppeteer that we're going to see because, remember, he had us up in the previous game. And second of all, he's starting off with a really strong and interesting champion. Very teamfight oriented, very much depends on the team playing around this champion and her ultimate. So it's a big question as to what else Verdant are going to draft around her.
Can they pull the Braum instantly with the Ashe? That would be terrifying for the bot lane.
Yeah. I mean, that is a classic combo, Braum Ashe, but right now you don't really see too much else, so I want to lean in a different way. And it's going to be Santorin's second Vi game here. Vi's been very popular today. We've seen a lot of Vi, high priority, high presence. She does offer quite a lot, like a well-rounded champion, and to really single out some of these more slippery guys that are often coming through in the meta right now. For example, we saw last game, an Ezreal, or we've seen previously, like Ezreal, that kind of thing it can be good to lock down. That is a Sejuani on the side of Verdant, mind you. And No Name has played a lot of Sejuani. Like, it is technically a flex. We've even seen it topside, we've seen it support. But I would expect this to be No Name Sejuani into the Vi.
Okay, it's getting spicy, by the way. Yone joining in the fray. Apparently, we could have a little snake. And by the way, we still have feats of strength on Cassio. They talked about it.
But she has no feet. She's a snake.
Well, Corky is on an airplane. How do you do that?
Look at his little feet. It's like he's got a Flintstone aircraft, mate. That's how he makes that
Cassiopeia
work.
is not a snake. She's cosplaying.
He's just wearing it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes no sense, but yeah. Don't insist on it. I don't know
Still,
how she gets
that's
the bot,
Cassio, by the way, which is quite an exciting pick in and of itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Yone with all the million dashes and all that stuff, it's so frustrating to play against. Melee champion as well, so Cassio into that kind of does kind of ruin Yone's day a little bit, and can certainly get some pressure located there. So you've got your winning lane sorted already now from mid.
Yeah, which is not good news for Verdant, to be honest, because drafting Sejuani plus Yone means that you want to have these duo heavily prioritized during the laning phase, because with the double melee, with the double procs of the Sejuani's E passive, they can do a lot of interesting stuff on the mid lane. But right now, Cassio basically doesn't allow both of them to do anything around her if she has her cooldowns with her. So it is a good pick from NORD, and I wonder if Verdant can find any other lane to work around now, because with mid lane, it's going to be very hard.
So bot lane for Verdant still open, Xante and Poppy being removed. Obviously, Poppy, you don't want to get those dashes cancelled. You already have to deal with Cassio, so might as well protect yourself from the other one, which would be Poppy. For the other side, though, NORD, as you stated out, Fox, they need this when it's day one, yeah, but you only get 2 days to get your seeding. So you might end up seeing, like, NORD, if they go 0-2, facing off, like, Ready on the other side or something like that. We don't know. We still have to see day 2, which is tomorrow, by the way. You have to tune in to see the other groups. It's also interesting. We have a lot of good players there, so keep in mind. And NOD is going to be locked in. I was wondering, like, Jhin, I have a certain opinion about Jhin. Yeah, this is a massive wombo combo.
Yep. So far, you got a lot of CC to set up, and you know, I mean, it's a large area, but still, Aurora can knock people in to an area as well. Yeah, it is going to be big old wombo combo, so we'll see how we round that one out with the support here. You want to add towards that more CC, like it's going to be CC either way, whether it is the Rail or the Nautilus. But I feel like from NORD's perspective too, you probably want a little bit more engaged there as well. But having seen this, like, Braum surely is just the lock-in, no? Like it's just got you don't even think about it. Like, you don't even think about it. Like the shield versus bullet time is also is a great interaction, and is Ashe Braum. Like, there's just a million reasons why that's and all that disengage too. So yeah, some pretty well-rounded comps here from both sides, and some potential for aggression too.
Well, you know the question, and so do I. Solari, you start now. You can't copy. Yeah.
Okay, fine. You know what? I will go with NORD straight away, because I feel like NORD's composition is so much more well-rounded here, because we have a really strong weak side on the top lane that is going to feel good no matter what, and it's going to feel good in the team fights later on. We have an excellent long-range engage with Ashe, with great follow-up from Vi and Cassiopeia if needed to. We have good disengage. We have really good tool in the face of that Braum against pretty much everything that Verdant might want to throw at NORD. I feel like every single fight should be won by default by NORD, unless Verdant pull out something absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a one-way combo. You know, that's the key. That's the key for Verdant here.
Yeah.
Is that you just pull your CC together,
But
pull
it's
your almost
harder.
together. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's difficult. And I would put the edge to NORD for that reason as well. Like it's just yeah. But if the stars align and you just press all your buttons at the same time, then Verdant certainly have ways to make that work. And I won't be boring and vote for NORD, so I'm gonna vote for Verdant and say I
Oh.
believe in the combo
Nice.
wombo. I believe in it. See, come on, Verdant, mate, do me proud. Let's go.
They only need once to make it work. That's all they need. For NORD, though, they need this win to at least get a 1-1. Verdant, if they're capable of winning, they can wrap up the day with the 2-0. That would be interesting, and that would be curious for everyone looking to NLC. By the way, welcome everybody, new and old viewers joining in. But you know what I'm gonna send into? It's a brain and the lovely treble.
Thank you very much, Archer. Forgot his name there for a second. That's bad. Only known him for like 10 years. How's it going, everybody? We're getting ready to go into game number 4 of the day. Foxy really hit the nail on the head. It is a real must-win here for the side of NORD. That loss to Los Ratones was pretty rough for them. They don't have many games in this group because this is kind of like a seeding section of the tournament before we move into the main section. So you need to get yourself those wins under your belt right now. And yeah, I like what NORD put together in this game. I think in their first game, they looked pretty lost. They did not know how to handle side lane pulse at all. Verdant, on the other hand, they look pretty good versus Bulldog, but Bulldog looked actually pretty good versus them. So I'm interested to see, because for me, this is like a test of strength for both of the teams. Go on, Trouble. I know you're itching. Her mic's not even live. It's so I was just
Okay, sorry.
nodding at
I
nothing.
was
There you
gonna
go.
say,
Hello.
I'm getting so confused about NLC draft so far, especially when it comes around Braum. Like, either ban the champ or don't pick a melee when you know that this champion is available, especially in conjunction with Ashe. I feel like right here you have picked the Nautilus, which is a great engage because you've got Yone diving in, you've got Wombo combo with Misfortune, you've got Sejuani with the ultimate, you've got so much engage and CC on the side of Verdant. It's absolutely great. You know who's a party pooper for all this? Braum. So I'm seeing the Poppy ban and I'm seeing the Cassante ban. I'm like, swap one of those for the Braum because you know it's coming. In the previous case, Cassing before the Braum, you knew that Karma could be a possibility right there. Karma got slammed. Braum got then slammed in lane. And I feel like right here, it's kind of the opposite. It's like, you know, Braum counters your comp and you are going for heavy engage, whether it's Leona or Nautilus or Rakan. So just ban that champion out the way or go with Rakan, which is fine either way into the Nautilus. So again, my eyes are going to be on Obstinatus right here, playing that Nautilus, see if he can find the angles for engage.
Well, NORD looking for potentially an early feat of strength, but that ward very nicely placed there from Mishi. Reveals Santorin, no one else, but I think they smell that if a Vi's there, something's up as Volley and Winter's Bite go out. Mishi will get spotted here by Treats, but no Winter's Bite available. Just going to get a little bit of light poke off onto them. Send them underneath their tower. They're going to get that reset off fine. And I was bigging up X-Maddie at the beginning of the day. No, they're not going to let him reset. Okay, he's getting a reset. So yeah, I was bigging up X-Maddie at the beginning of the day, and he just didn't get to play game 1. Los Ratones made sure that he didn't get to play the game. So this is potentially his redemption arc. And like I said, for both of these teams, I think with Verdant being challenged by Bulldog and NORD kind of getting giga stomped by Los Ratones, I have my expectations of, like, you know, this game may show us a bit of a kind of like a power dynamic of the teams and how they play. Is no wait, it's a E.
What's happening here with Verdant? First of all, let's start from that.
Go on.
Game number 1, they needed to have a sub. Fine, they sub in a jungler as their top laner. He ends up going mid. Right now, we're back to normal. We've got our own top laner.
Wait,
also
Ronaldo's
swapped
top
to mid. I think Ronaldo really hates his role in this game.
Yeah, I think
He just doesn't like mid lane.
he wanted to be a top laner, and they didn't let him. So now he's just forcing them
He's
to make him a
always
top
wanted
laner.
to be a bird.
This Yone is very much like I'm not playing that Jace again. He said in the interview he was not going to play tank Jace anymore. He wanted to be a damage dealer. He promised Archie to play a damage dealer, and he has lived up to that promise, to be fair. So on that Yone, we saw, you know, be incredibly powerful over Worlds as well. So, And it, to me, screams a more Ronaldo champion. He is a scrappy individual. He likes to fight. He likes to be that big carry.
He does do very well into the Gnar as well. Has the gap closer right there. Has pretty good wave clear as well. Obviously, none of the melee champions want to play into the Mega Gnar, but once the mini Gnar is out, you can actually try to abuse that, shoving the wave like you've seen right now from Ronaldo. Now, we're seeing two contradicting pathings here for the two junglers. We have No Name starting from the bot side. You want to end up playing towards the top of the map. You catch Vizicachi as a mini Gnar with a combo with a Sejuani. And the Yone, you end up potentially taking a flash, maybe a life right there as well. Pretty good stuff. On the other side, we see that Santorin is heading towards that bot side of the map. If they can stack wave, treats and Xmati, which, by the way, if you guys didn't read patch notes, has become a little bit more difficult because minions hit harder and the waves cannot get as stacked as prior seasons. We'll see if they have a chance right there to do that.
Little fun fact as well, just going off on a side tangent here, Trouble. Did you know Feat of Strength has a 100% win rate in NLC so far? The team that gets it wins every time.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they might be a little broken. I'm curious because I've seen people talking a lot about it, and one of which is like it shouldn't be tied to First Blood because if you get First Blood,
that's getting changed.
Good.
Yeah, that's getting
good
changed.
because it does heavily lean towards that team. You get that First Blood. Like First Tower is a lot harder to achieve, so if you lose that First Blood, you have to get 3 jungle objectives and then First Tower. So getting it early is definitely easier via the First Blood. As we are seeing a little bit of a scrap here in the bot lane, but nothing major. Go on, carry on.
For everyone wondering, hey, Cassiopeia cannot get boots if NORD does manage to get feats of strength. What does she get? She gets extra movement speed, actually, for free. So she'll be fine. Don't worry about her.
I don't know about everyone else here. I'm just going to ask this for production. Does Trouble sound like a robot to you, or was that just for me? You just went... You've turned into R2-D2 in my ears. Okay, it's just me, so don't worry about that.
It's your internet, not mine.
Yeah, everyone at home can understand what you're saying. I have not a word coming out of you. No, Treats goes down. Mission with a flash secures the kill. As now Xmati getting himself heavily chunked out as well. The bot lane not going so hot as 9 HP on No Way. Yikers! What a start.
I hope we can get a replay down that bot lane fight because Treats dies with exhaust up. So I wonder what really did happen in that bot lane, and Treats ends up dying using his flash as well. There's still flash on Obstinato, so right now they can take No Name towards that bot side of the map. Try to actually punish that flashless Brom. There's still exhaust right there, but once you take that exhaust, you take another kill, you could potentially turn that into a dragon. You see, NORD is actually pinging the dragon. They do have Santorin towards that bot side of the map as well. They do know that Sejuani's going to be starting from the top now. We're seeing that mid lane again. The E start landing from nowhere after landing the Q, but he takes so much hurt tanking this entire wave. Let's see Papitero. Does he tag him through? Does he dash onto him and tag? He does. Okay.
That is terrifying. I believe he missed Q there because that third proc would have killed No Way. No Way able to survive though, so... Not to the end of the world. Santorin going to turn his attention towards this dragon as grubs get picked up by No Name. So they're going to tie out on that little progress tracker of feat of strength. No Name.
They're pinging No Name on the other side.
No Way, sorry. There. I don't know why I said No Name. That's someone else.
Well, they were pinging No Name as well. So that was a pretty good mention from your side. He's going to take 3 Void grabs, which will also give Verdant 1 out of 3. On the neutral objectives, which puts Verdant 1 step closer to the feats of strength. No Way. No flash in the mid lane. Gets baited by Papitero right there. Let's see. No Name.
Oh, No Name's able to find him. Santorin's coming in. There's going to be the petrifying gaze. Definitely a different spell. As this is going to send him packing. Vizicachi going for a poke versus Ronaldo. Really nice play, though, from No Name onto No Way. That's why I got confused.
Papitero with a really clutch sidestep as well. Just a little bit looking backwards while the ultimate's coming through from No Way. And Vizicachi's looking for potentially a chance to get onto Ronaldo, but you see how this matchup starts coming into fruition once you've got that Vampiric Scepter onto Ronaldo and you start getting those trades. That Yone is that much stronger than the Gnar right now, so you'll see Gnar will start struggling just a little bit.
The No Name No Way scenario reminds me a lot of old UKLC days where we had Dan, and Dan XD at one point in the same league. Just awful to keep up
And you know what these guys have in common with someone in this game?
with. Go on.
Ex-Matty.
True.
Ex-Matty
yes.
was playing with Dan.
He
right?
was, yeah. As Ronaldo finds himself a Vi who heavily chunks him out. Red buff as well for the slow. Vizichachi has ultimate.
One more.
There's going to be the fate sealed coming out. Vizichachi can just go for the ult back. Doesn't quite hit it, but no way. He slivered up for nothing. That's going to be the kill over to Vizichachi.
He ends up
There you go,
burning
play.
his summoner as well. I felt like the flash was a little bit of an overusage right there. You didn't have to burn necessarily your summoner. You knew you were 1 versus 3. You are going down. Tried to burn off the wave. That was a great ultimate right there to try and evade the dive for a couple of seconds and try to burn down the wave. But not only does he not burn down the wave, he ends up using flash as well, which allows him, which deems him a lot more vulnerable now on the side lane for a rinse and repeat from NORD.
Absolutely. Well, looks like NORD looking for a little something here on the mid lane. Looks like Verdant also looking for a little something. No way, no flash. Throws down the W to try and keep himself going, but the Miasma's not going to do much as he is pinned inside the realm by Pappy. Locked in place. Teleport coming in. Vizichachi immediately caught up by the hook. Treats tries to come in and save the day. X-Matty making his way over as well. No Name getting locked in place by the Winter's Bite, but the damage from that bunny rabbit is absolutely filthy, ripping them apart. And we have a pause because Norco, what the hell was that?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like until people and pro players get used to teleports, we're gonna have whoopsies like this. We literally had Chachi TP into the heat of the fight as a Mininar. I just want to say that it takes now 8 seconds from the start of the TP, from the end of the channel of the TP to the start of the travel to when you land on that spot. So by these 8 seconds, the fight is already done and dusted, and you could be TPing right in the middle of a heated fight like Chachi did right there. Luckily for him, he did have teammates with him to bail him out of this situation, but don't be alarmed if you see a couple of plays being done like this. TPs are extremely slow in landing right now.
Yeah, especially in the early game especially. They're a lot quicker later,
and
but
early
early game... the whole point of it was to stop people doing that early game and just showing up to a fight real quick.
Hey, I was people.
Yeah, no, we were all people, don't worry.
I'm a level 3 TP'er down bot lane.
Exactly. But luckily for the bot lanes you play into, that doesn't happen anymore. It's a lot slower, and yeah, it's still in the early days, so there's a lot of kind of like space for people to figure everything out. You know, we've only had like a week of the LPL as well, so we haven't had much professional play since all the changes have gone in. We can already see that Atakan is getting some changes, I believe, because that guy is his buffs are not fair. They're very, very strong and permanent.
You know what? As we're
Apart from
coming
the
back
revive.
from the pause, I remember Chemtank Dragon
yeah.
when he first came out. That was a good one.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't. It was a terrible one. Vizichachi, sorry, Santorin.
Mishi?
Not even in this. There we go, Mishi. I think you are one dead misfortune. Gets a cheeky auto in on the tower just to get some of that dot from the grubs. Nice
Hey,
little
it's
pick
fine
there.
then. At least Chachi's in this game.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, the no way, no name situation has scrambled my brain here.
All right, Mishi ends up going down. Overextension right here. Santorin finds and claims 1 for himself. Very much closer to Sundered Sky. Obviously, no way backing. Sorry, towards the bot side of the map, trying to farm as fast as possible. It was our first item, and we have the bot lane backing first, heading towards that top side, of which, of course, we are going to have our next objective, which is going to be the Void Grubs. And if I'm not wrong, we do have 1 out of 3 neutral objectives for both teams towards Fizz of Strength.
Yes. Yeah. 1 dragon and 1 grub.
And it was Verdant with the first blood. All right.
Yeah.
Apologies. The
overlay is...
The overlay has reset.
It is having some issues. It's early days in the season, so give them some time. I say that, but certain dragon bugs never got fixed on the observer. Anyway, Grub's getting started up here by Verdant. NORD, if they can steal 1, they're sitting pretty. They're going to pop it out with the drone and see that it's going on. I mean, Santorin's in the area. He's got Smite. He's got Ultimate. They're going to look for the lockdown. In comes the teleport as well. There's a snake slithering in. They find the lockdown, and that is going to be 1 dead Nautilus. Grubs stolen away by NORD, able to deny them the 6 grub buff as well as the feat of strength. So really nice little pickup for them. Still 4 grubs over to Verdant, so they are getting little grublets getting spawned up.
A little bit overzealous right there by Verdant. Nevertheless, 4 Void Grubs is extremely strong when you're going to have Aurora and Yone both on side lanes, pressuring your lanes, pressuring your towers. Structural damage is going to be extremely high for both of these champions, and they pressure very fast. So even though feats of strength doesn't go to Verdant, I would say in general a little bit overzealous. They don't lose anyone, however they have lost pressure over on the map. NORD have sneaked in and started Dragon as well, so Torrent's gonna have to start backing off a second now, unless they want to take an engage here.
Mizuchachi hasn't really got the Narbar built up, and remember, Arrow and Braum Ultimate are down. Special pressure not available. Exodus able to hit onto one. They throw everything in. There's going to be the lockdown round. Xmatty has to flash away. What an opening from Ronaldo. Huge, huge pick. Dragon secured, and that's the second stack there for Verdant, eking ever closer towards that feat of strength.
Yeah, so there's one champion that stops Yone from doing this, but that champion is currently sitting up on the top lane, farming, pushing down the wave. They saw Mishi actually, the Misfortune that was stopping the Cassiopeia, pushing out the waves, and they're like, NORD thought it was a right time to actually take a fight without the Misfortune, without the bullet time right there, the big wombo combo. However, the most fed person on this map is Papitiro on this Aurora, one of the strongest champions on the Karen patch as well. Absolutely decimated that fight. Mishi with a quick cleanse right there.
Yeah, but can he break away from this one? Absonus making his way over. Mishi had to burn flash and cleanse off the back of that one. So nice little arrow there from Xmatty. And again, even at rank 1, it's a relatively short cooldown. So it should be coming back up fairly soon. It's already almost a quarter off, as we're going to see this dragon fight once again. And remember, they were just ultless was the problem.
Oh my god,
that's
everyone!
filthy.
That was beautiful by Ronaldo. Great engage by Obstinatus as well. Remember what we said at the start. It's so difficult playing into Braum, especially as Nautilus. If you are the first one to get tagged, Nautilus is tanky, but it's also very deceptively squishy. So once you pin him down, you've got so much damage from the Gnar, the Vi, the Cassio, the Ashe, that you can very easily take down Nautilus, especially in the early levels. However, it wasn't the case. Ronaldo solidified that team fight very quickly with a fantastic ult.
And Mizuchachi with no MR getting chunked out by the very, very fed Aurora. 2-0 Luden's companion on to that rabbit. It's a pesky rabbit, that one. As NORD, they're trying to pick up this first tower if they can. They're down 2 grubs, but Noe is just turbo farming. That is his plan. Get as strong as possible. As oh no, Chachi gets caught between worlds here. Mega. Yeah, he has got Mega, gets the slam, goes for the jump away, flashes out. Chachi, 1 versus 3 makes a great escape. He may lose his tower for this though, as the tower plating falls off, and it's going to have to be a fight here from the side of NORD. They miss out to Ronaldo. Charging up, and I don't think it's going to be quick enough. Ronaldo, he can clear this wave. First tower blood, that's going to be the upgrade. Ronaldo even ults the wave to make sure they don't trade out. He is going to lose his life for it though, but his job is done. He's over the wall into Santorin's pocket. They're going to let Noe get this kill as well. That's a kill for the snake. Beautiful. Very smart to give it to Noe.
One that and the other. Ronaldo went down, but he just wasted so much time from NORD. Talking about wasted time, Mishi's way too far out, and as you can remember, both these summoners are gone.
Yep, no lockdown available to him, and Xmatty is going to keep him slowed. MF is quick, but not that quick. Kill over Xmatty. Now they're looking to jump onto Noe. The flash comes in. There's going to be the petrifying blaze. What a turnaround. Cool guys, do not look at explosions. No name. I have a name for you. That was sick. I don't have a name for you. That was sick.
Bro, I was waiting for the name. I'm like, he's got something cool in mind. He's
Cool Guy McGee. That's the name.
Okay, you're too old to be giving people nicknames that are cool. Okay, you're fired.
Yeah, I am actually, yes. I'm 31 now.
All right, fully action-packed game. Verdant with feats of strength as well. They managed to grab that one for themselves. As you can see on the top left, the overlay again has been bugged due to the pause. Verdant have secured themselves feats of strength for that one. And as you can see, the map has started to slowly but surely get open through the top side of the map. Atakan spawning as well.
On
In
the
a
bot
few
side.
minutes from now, is going to be towards that bot side of the map. And honestly, looking at the timers, it won't be too close to the dragon. It's actually really fun when Atakan spawns very close to a dragon spawn as well, because the team can really snowball this fight out of control.
Yeah, it's really, especially if you get the revive one. If you get the revive one
Yeah.
into dragon, and it's just, how do you contest it? It's really hard to fight them. But no way now. Slowly closing on that Archangel stuff. Actually, I think the base signals to me that they have that Archangels finished up, and it's almost fully stacked as well. So that's going to be a big one for them. Getting that shield. They've almost fully got their Rod of Ages stacked as well. So all the stacking elements of this cast will finally be online. And I'm assuming a Leandris will be the next buy. Teleport in from No Way. Wants to pick up this tower. Wants to continue to accelerate their lead here in this game.
5 seconds until the dragon and Verdant have not really established any vision into this river. No Way's going to take that bot lane tower. She's going to be farming the whole way. Ronaldo's not going to give him a hard time, but No Way's going to be able to get away from this. Tower's not going to go down, and Verdant are just looking for a way to get into this bot side river, which is going to be that Rift Trail for some pressure in the mid lane. But now they've been sandwiched.
Yeah, Chachi has the Nara available to him. He's going in. They're going to throw everything down. Mishi collapses. Xmani did throw out the ultimate already. Charge came out. Tower will fall regardless, but Xmani's continuing to fire away as Pappy not able to get the damage down to Xmani. Finds himself a hook onto Treats, but Treats puts the wall up. They find the lockdown onto the Nautilus. He's just perma-slowed. Depth charge connects onto Xmani into the between worlds here from Pappy. Shut down to No Name. Chachi breaks away from the fight, but in comes No Way to try and keep the damage up onto Ronaldo. Ronaldo bleeding out to him here as they get the kill onto the Braum. No Way continuing to chase forward. Poison will not hit onto No Name, putting down the miasma off the back of that. An absolutely bloodthirsty fight here, Trouble.
Absolutely. NORD grabbed that neutral objective that they wanted. They grabbed the second dragon, grab a couple of kills, but very importantly, Verdant opened the map with that mid lane tier 1 tower. Mishi didn't give his life for nothing. And Papitero just in time on that bot lane where it's been pushed. This is Chachi to try and save the tower.
Hello.
Oh, Chachi!
Chachi goes in with a knock. Pappy actually losing a lot of HP, gets the E back, gets the lockdown. Chachi just flashes into the pocket. Shut down for the top laner for NORD.
662 gold straight into his pocket. Chachi has a chance to be a huge carry for NORD this game. 3-0-1. And let's watch this fight one more time. I feel like Verdant kind of lost control of what they're doing right here. They're trying to dip into the river, but then Missy's pushing mid lane because he needs to push in that wave because the Rift Roll is out and they get sandwiched. But never mind, we have more action.
Chachi's going low. Ronaldo does eat a whole heap in the response, but just before... Well, they got a bit of time actually until our boss spawns up. So
okay, this is where you get to breathe.
Yes.
This is where you get to breathe because there's going to be another one really soon. Atakan on the map in 53 seconds from now. It's going to be towards the bottom of the map. You see the resets already coming through from No Way and Santorin, picking up some control wards in the inventory, picking up a lot more components for items, but Chachi is stuck underneath a tower. Cavalry's coming. No Way and Santorin are close, but they're not close enough.
Yeah, he's just gonzo. Shut down from Mishi. Ash Arrow sadly misses. And that's a big loss,
so
30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I feel like Chachi stayed on the map for so long. From the solo kill onto Papitero, into the 1v1 with Ronaldo, and he's still on the map a couple of seconds later. I feel like he just overstayed his welcome, and right here, Verdant very rightfully so punish him, which allows them a window to walk into enemy lines, place down some vision, potentially look for a pick right here with No Name.
Oh, Maddie. No cleanse available to him. They're just going to play Interrupt. No Name uses his ultimate. Maddie, it's a Chemtech map, so there's lots of very powerful honey fruits about to heal him up and shield him up. So he's going to be back on the map. Same with Chachi here. I think we're looking for a full-on 5v5.
There is no Nautilus ult, no Obstinatus, no Sejuani ult, or No Name. The engaged tools are gone from the side of Verdant, yet they're looking for a fight.
Yeah, no Ash Arrows there. Don't have that non-committal engage. Chachi hasn't really got the Narbar filled up, and I think Verdant are just going to have to recognize this, but the ability to fight is probably somewhat diminished as Chachi, able to build up that Narbar, is going to go for an escape here. And he just buys time while his team can go for it. And Ash and Cassiopeia, they are objective melters. Looks like no one's going for it, though.
None of those two teams want to commit to it, as you rightfully so said. You don't
Maddie's
have Ash
ult's up.
ult from the side of NORD. You don't have the non-committal engage. You don't have a rage bar
Oh.
on Nar as well for Chachi to sandwich. Santorin is looking here, but I don't think this is the right time.
No,
You
I don't
need
think so either.
Chachi to have a good flank. You need Chachi to have the rage bar. You need to allow him to push that mid lane wave, get towards the Mega Gnar much faster. Verdant are also looking for an opening to have the ultimates in just a bit.
Treats gets caught. Ash Arrow comes out from X-Maddie, but he is going to eat the depth charge. Can they find that opening? Great miasma from No Way will lock them in place. And that is one very dead support.
Puppy!
No, he's alive. Optus able to break away. Chachi's about to get the Narbar. Mishi will fall in the middle of the fight. The bullet time's not going to matter. The ultimate goes wide from Ronaldo. X-Maddie keeps the pressure up. Great miasma once again from No Way. And Nord find their opening. They find their fight. It's the ace into the boss. Beautiful.
Only lost Treats, but who cares about Brom? When you win the fight, you get 1,000 gold ahead, you grab Atakan, is going to give you the buff, you're gonna have a GM, you can instantly force yet another fight. You've got 150 seconds with the revive, you can start throwing bodies at Verdant. And honestly, a little bit questionable to engage into Ash Brom in such a huge choke point, plus a Cassiopeia is literally a death wish. Papi did such a great job jumping into the backline, swaying the situation, but I feel like Verdant, they lost focus. It was the exact same thing we saw earlier on. They were ahead versus Bulldog Gaming, they lost focus in the mid game, and they ended up losing control of the game, and I feel like it's the same thing right here. They just don't know how to engage. That engage right there from Obstinatus, Nonim did not have his ultimate available. So even if you do commit onto that choke point, you just do not have the CC follow-up to engage onto that. Verdant need to pull themselves back together because they do have a composition that scales immensely into that late game.
I think it's interesting because it's almost a reverse of what we see of a lot of teams in NLC. A lot of teams are typically very good in the late game and kind of suck it early, and if they can get late, they just guarantee a win. But then the opposite, Chachi. I mean, he's got the revive into the Nord, into the arrow. What a wombo combo coming in from the side of Nord. No Name trying to put some damage into X-Maddie, but he is just free firing away. The Kraken Slayer is absolutely obliterating their health bar. The miasma keeps them locked in place. The Ash Arrow locking them down. Ronaldo jumps in with the ultimate, will be able to secure himself 2 kills, but they're just revives. No Way is just going to be a menace inside their base. Gonna steal away the honey fruit as well. Heal up. He's got time on the revive. Just gonna sliver off. Really nice play there from the side of Nord. A consequence-free fight.
Absolutely. It's not revives, it's withdrawings, apparently, which I love this word. It's like, I'm just going to withdraw from this fight. I'm just tired. I'm just going to leave and respawn, which is exactly what happened. Chachi instantly TP'd back into this one to try and shove in the mid lane wave, get a little bit more pressure onto the map. And talking about Chachi, we're saying about how Cassim has 12 years of experience in the pro scene. Chachi has a lot more as well, and Obstinatus just about gets out.
Oh, good flash.
Can't promise anything about Ronaldo.
He is he's having a bad day. He won his first game, sure, but he was not happy about playing the tank Jace. He finally gets to play a damage dealer, and a very flashy one which can show off your mechanical capabilities. A very rewarding character to play if it goes right. It's not gone right. He's 0-3-2. It's yeah. Ronaldo, I feel a bit sorry for the poor guy because he came out of that last game being like, it's my time to shine. Our next game of the day, I'm gonna kill it. And unfortunately, not so much.
They haven't necessarily used the advantage they had in the early game. Again, Verdant, that's why I'm saying the early game looks good because they seem very willing to take fights. They know the correct side to take fights, where they have the most advantage. But then when it comes to the mid game, they just lose focus. They pile up on choke points. You do Ash Brom plus Cassiopeia, you're guaranteed to lose these fights. That's why I said these Nautilus engages are going to mean a lot. You take a wrong one, you lose an entire fight. And that was exactly the case that caused Atakan to go down. Chachi?
He's about to lose that Narbar. Ash Arrow goes a little bit wide. Treats doesn't even connect the Winter's Bite, but they do get Chachi out safely. Treats going to be able to make a tactful escape himself. And looks like they potentially go for something here. Has anyone upgraded their boots yet? No. No one's upgraded their boots yet. Mishi hasn't even got his Swifties or anything yet.
Might be an overlay error here. Because we are on third item.
Remember,
for
it's
every
Verdant.
single.
It's Verdant who are the ones who have the buff.
Right! Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was looking on the side of Nord.
Yeah, because
Hey, this
typically
might
the
be
team
first
winning
game.
is the one with the feat of strength. This could be the record breaker.
That's why, yeah. This could be the one that breaks a tradition right here.
I actually think the reason Verdant aren't upgrading their boots is, while it's a relatively cheap upgrade, I think they're just more in. Yeah, okay. I've just had to confirm.
money.
I think the reason why is like they don't want to spend the money on the boots. They want to just get raw items and keep in power, as that is going to be the Between Worlds use. But the lockdown is not going to be enough. Poor Rabbit. Down they go.
Great chase right there from
That's
Nord,
Baron.
finding the strongest person. +1. They found Mishi as well
Yeah, that's Baron 100%.
on the turnaround. And for Nord, this is going to be a very free Baron. Again, you mentioned at the start the importance of this game for Nord. They're coming in as the second favorites, and for some people,
okay,
the
so
actual favorites of this group as well. Some people rated them above Los Ratones too. So for them to come in here and show a decisive game where they just win for pure strength, Verdant.
Ashara goes wide. The Baron hasn't been finished up yet. Ronaldo's trying to put the damage in as No Name is just getting locked down. There's the Baron. There's the bonus damages. Locked down onto No Name. He's pretty tanky, though. Xmaddy not going to really care about him, though. This Vizichachi secures the kill. Did Ronaldo die as well? No, he made an escape. Beautiful.
Santorin just finished the Baron on his own. He didn't need no teammates for that one. However, Verdant are scrambling about right now, trying to find a pick, trying to sway Nord from doing... Well, we do have a -1, so it's most likely going to come back to us for just a minute as we have the pause right here. But again, Nord, a very strong showing. I feel like if this team gets together their early game and they figure out much faster how they want to play these games, they're going to be a really true strong contender for the NLC. Because I feel like they look a bit lost in the early game. Verdant took more objectives than them. They had actually 3 out of 3 of the feats of strength as well. And I feel like this is where you actually need to stabilize your game, because these players are good. They have so much experience. They have so much shot calling between them. I've seen Treats shot call a team, Chachi with so much experience. And they have so much talent, right? They've all played in pro leagues. They played in the LEC. So I feel like once they get that early game rolling, the ball rolling in general as a team, I feel like they're going to be mega strong.
No, absolutely. I think for the side of Nord here, well, Verdant and Nord, today's probably exposed a couple of issues for both of them, but they need to be looking at. Verdant, honestly, like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of teams in NLC for the last few years, some of our top teams have all suffered from, we're really good late game, but our early game's pretty bad, so we just sit back and give up objectives and just chill until we hit late game. But we're like the feats of strength and Akatan, I can't say his name. I genuinely don't know how to say this guy's name. It's just too many A's.
You said it, Akatan.
Is it
No,
Akatan?
Atakan. Come on,
Atakan.
man.
Yeah, exactly. I
Atakan.
knew it was wrong.
Dude, you're going to start confusing me too.
I know. There's so many A's. Why do Darkins have so many A's? It's like they're holding
Aatrox?
A.
True.
Yeah, it feels like they're holding A's in case there's like an apocalypse. And
Varus
A
is one
is
A.
the only currency we use.
His name could have been Varus. I think they lost. They lost an
they missed out
opportunity
on
there.
that.
So
I think
Varus,
that's because he was a retcon Darkin, wasn't he? Like he got added later because Neferi's got 2 A's. Aatrox has 2
True.
A's.
Neferi, Aatrox.
Does Kane have 2 A's? I think he's a single
No.
A.
No, single A.
Yeah, maybe it's just the regular blokes who turn into Darkin.
Could have also been named Kana.
Yeah, true. But it has to be 2 A's together, right? Anyway, I'm on a tangent about the letter A. It's not even the best letter
Oh,
in the alphabet.
true. So Larry just tipped us here. It's Rust with double A for Kane.
Yeah, because that's the darkened
Good
form.
one. Good one, Solari.
Cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what was the other guy? Because Varus is two dudes. What was the other guy called?
Well, if you add the darkening there, it's 3.
Yeah. There's 3 guys just partying in a bow there. That's pretty sick. Where was I? I've actually totally lost my place. Oh yeah, early game. Verdant are very good at the early game. Keep it together, Trouble. We can make it. Verdant very good at the early game. Struggling, like you're saying, in the mid to late game. Look a little bit lost. But I feel like it's actually easier to figure out the late game than it is the early game. I've seen so many teams who play for late game and can't seem to wrap their head around early game.
G2, G2.
Yeah, exactly right. Like I feel like there's a lot of teams who struggle in that area. So it is genuinely quite interesting seeing a team who are very good at the early game but actually seem to struggle with what comes next. Wow, words are hard. Apparently we're having some pretty bad technical issues for our Nautilus friend. So we're going to throw ourselves to a quick break, and then when we're back, hopefully we'll be back with this game as soon as possible. See you in a moment. Any moment now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We have a brief intermission while we wait. We found out that our lovely support Nautilus player, who I've incapable of saying the name of,
Obstinatus,
thank you. They had a power cut, so we're hopefully waiting for them to show up. They are apparently not long off. Apparently, it was a minor power cut, so should be back into the game any moment now. Just a cheeky pause. We were talking about what we'd do if we won the lotto. Trouble, what would you do if you won the lottery?
if I won the lottery, ooh,
Yeah.
it's always
Would you
been
still
a huge...
cast is the big one?
Probably. I'm just a sucker.
Well,
I'm a
that's what
sucker
to do,
for
right?
this game.
Yeah.
I probably open like the biggest dog shelter that's ever existed in Greece.
Oh.
And I'd have all the dogs there, and they would not have to necessarily be adopted. They could live their whole life at the best paradise they've ever had. And that's what I'll do.
That's really sweet. I'd buy an Aston Martin. Like, that's what I'd do.
You're so much realistic. Okay, fine. I'll take it.
I'd buy a nice house and an Aston
Wait,
Martin. That's
you're
exactly
also
what I'd do.
so British, bro. Like an
Yeah, I
Aston
know.
Martin?
Where's Bond's car? I'm not... James Bond has it.
Okay, whatever, man.
Anyway, looks like Ronaldo finds an angle. Vizachachi loses all his health. The arrow does connect. Chachi! Three-man nah! Big bullet time, but Treats is just going to eat the whole thing up. They find themselves between worlds, but it's not going to do much. As Ronaldo is sent to the other side. Mishi crumbles. The miasma keeps them locked in place. And Nord, I think they just won the lotto here. What a cash out.
Incredible engage coming through from Nord. They see the openings. They hit the arrow onto Ronaldo. The bars are still pretty good enough. They have the burn buff as well. Treats is coming from the base all the way, and only No Name is going to hit the mark.
Yeah, I don't know if that snake's going down, though. The Sarah Shield has popped, and oh, hello. X-Money went off screen. Pappy's able to take him out, but that's going to be a kill for Santorin as well. On to No Name. A 1-for-1, but the base is cracked open. Remember, hasn't come up yet, but Nexus towers do respawn. So that is a little thing to keep in mind. If you can take the Nexus turrets down and don't end the game, it could come back.
Within 3 minutes, that's exactly the thing. Mati here with the arrow hits Ronaldo just about on the soul unbound right there, but
what a knock.
Chachi hits the mark right there. Treats beautiful unbreakable to block the entire bullet time. And I really love the way that they keep bouncing back and forth from the side of Nord. You'll see Treats backed off here. Chachi then went in, took enough damage, backed out, and the rest of Nord are gonna be pushing it right here. Mati, he doesn't expect to get popped. He had barrier. Look at what?
I mean, Barrier wasn't going to save you from that. That was...
No, but still.
That was an
Damage.
apocalyptic amount of damage. It just evaporated.
It's just 2 items, by the way. Just 2 items.
Yeah, he crits, though. He crits when you're low. That's all you need.
He wasn't low.
Oh, Treats. He was by the end of it. Treats going to jump into No Name's pocket, and No Name is going to get sent packing. Nord now pulling all their attention towards the top side of the map, knowing there's pressure built up on the bottom side from these supers. They still somehow lose a tier 1 tower bot lane with supers in the wave, by the way, but still going to get that shoving in fairly soon. That's going to build up into a pretty sizable wave by the time it crashes into the base, but they may not even need it because that is Obstinatus down. I think his power's still out. Santorin finds himself caught. You can now escape the ultimate. But bullet time comes in. Treats is just going to block it. There's going to be the gnaw back onto Vizachachi. Well, from Vizachachi onto No Name. Beautiful flash off from No Way. Secures the kill onto No Name. Mishi is doing his best, and a large wave is going to crash in through this bot wave soon. No bullet time to clear it either. And I mean, Treats would block it regardless. I think Nord have looked for their first win, and they have found it here on day number 1 of NLC.
Only Mishi remaining, trying to stop 4 members of Obstinatus. Has also come back to life. Can they stop 4 hungry Nord members from ending the game?
Let's pad those stats a little bit more. Mishi going low. No Way cannot survive this. Or he can survive this. He can secure the kill for his team. Nexus has been left open. Ronaldo is trying his hardest. He won't be gnawed out of the base. X-Manny continues to free fire away, but they're going for the glory. They're going for the kills. Ronaldo back onto the fountain. They're trying to keep one in place. No Name goes down. The Nexus is quick to follow. 28 kills at 31 minutes over to the side of Nord. securing their first victory of the tournament. Day
Such-
one has been explosive.
Such an important victory for any team. But NORD had the luck of playing Los Ratones as their debut game over in the NLC. They really needed that one. For Verdant, heartbreak. The first team to lose in the NLC with feats of strength. I feel like their early game is just so strong. It just feels like they just lose their focus in that mid game. They just don't know exactly how their comp is supposed to operate. Say Nautilus hook into Brom, fight after fight after fight, and it's like, first one didn't work, second one didn't work. What makes you think the third time it worked, right? So I feel like this is something that Verdant needs to work internally around to figure out how they want to be engaging and how to create plans for those late games, because I truly believe the early games are really worth keeping.
Yeah, huge win though there for the side of NORD, and that keeps them now tied up with Verdant moving forward into the next stage of the tournament. We are, however, going to throw ourselves to a quick break. We still got one game to go. That is going to be Lightside versus Bulldogs, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a moment.